Hi everyone, it's Jerry. This is a 3-minute game being played on the ICC right now. We have Grandmaster on the white side, and I imagine we also have a Grandmaster on the black side as well. These are two very strong players. I was just following Iturrizaga, and he was just playing a 3-minute game. So this is a blitz rating right now that you're seeing, and black is going for some quick attack, clearly. A quick queenside castle, and then an accident's soon to happen on the king side. Wow. Okay, black has a space advantage. It'll be a little bit awkward for these knights to get developed, so... Okay, we have e4. I believe this is allowing the queen to maybe one day make use of the e2 square to provide some lateral defense to the king side. If bishop takes bishop, I think knight is going to have to recapture, otherwise there's going to be a black queen landing on h3 with tempo. So white has some pressure on this diagonal. This knight can't go too far. There's also ideas of knight c3 into b5 or d5. This knight looks very awkward. I wonder if bishop here is an idea. This queen might be short on squares. Bishop here, queen f4 would be, I guess, the only safe square. And then bishop d6 with tempo. Okay, we are having that. Bishop g4, queen f4, bishop d6. I don't think there's any concern about this pawn dropping. You would be inviting another piece into the attack. With so many pieces still on the board, this queen, is there a way to trap her? Rook h5, well, actually queen takes pawn here would be hitting the knight. I believe this is what black is trying to figure out. Is there a way exactly to get at that white queen? I think black must have something here. With this knight on e1 and the rook on a1 not contributing, and the position is very open, the black rook, very active. Yeah, there must be something here. Maybe even ideas of pawn h3 at some point, though that's not the top consideration. You'd really want to still keep this tension and be able to open up the h-file at any moment. Okay, so just trying to get rid of the light square bishop, maybe still focusing on getting a queen into h3. Queen on h3, knight g4 ideas. I'd be very surprised if white is somehow able to untangle from this one. Queen takes pawn here. You really can't do a move like that, can you? Opening up the g-file, opposite sides castling. Can't go pawn hunting, I don't think, at that point. A reply might be knight here, just to defend the knight, but okay, bishop takes, king takes. I guess pawn takes right now, allowing the queen to get in. Now we're having that rook h5 move. Queen here is an only move, isn't it? Now the knight there, and is the queen dead? She is. No, she's not. Okay, well, we could at the very least have a perpetual. Black knows that. With this back and forth. Take with the pawn. This is a new square that's available, opening up. Taking away from the center, but allowing some second-rank defense with rook to f2. So we're having that little back and forth. The queen is hit yet again. Is there something better? Something tells me there must be. I'm just not spotting it, though. We'll see what the computer has to say after it. About a minute each. This is going to be a repetition. Queen can't do anything more. I think black should be trying to go for something more, but we'll see. Knight f6, queen check. Okay, black is going for something more. Looking for now knight f6 and then rook to g8. And then there could certainly be some issues here, so black is in a pin. Maybe in some variations if the queen goes off of this diagonal, both under a minute. White would certainly be welcome to a queen exchange. I imagine getting the rook working. He's not doing anything. Might as well get him to e1 and defend the threat on the bishop. Or does the bishop have different ideas? Bishop here. Under 40 seconds for white. What else? There's a lot of time being spent here. Wow. Under 30 seconds. This is a lot of time to be spending on this threat right here. I wonder if there's a connection issue. No, there's not. This guy could fly, though. He is a fantastic bullet player. Both of them are fantastic bullet players, but yeah, okay. This knight, I guess, is... Why? I don't understand that move. Okay, we're going to have a bunch of exchanges. Queens are off. White has this past h-pawn. d3 is hit. 37 seconds to 15. What do you do about this pawn? You push it, you drop here. Okay, there's a pin on the knight now. Rook d3, no, knight f4 defending d3. This pawn is getting chipped away out again. You could push here. Okay. White is going to be winning some material, but no, they don't have enough time, do they? 7.3 seconds? Too messy. Way too messy. 6.8 to 26. It's not going to happen. I wonder what tactics were missed during that middle game. Is this game really over? I imagine it is. Oh, there was a mate threat there. There's definitely a mate threat. Time burners, I guess. Not going to cut it. Okay, let me unfollow that guy. I want to go back into this game and see where exactly there was an improvement. It was a very fast game, the 3-0. Let's see what the computer had to say about this one. Right out of the opening, it got crazy with this H-pawn advance. This was, okay, so white grabbed that pawn, and, well, there's certainly compensation, isn't there? When it's reading still as roughly equal. Black being down a pawn, yeah, there must be something. Let's see. Where is there a big shift here? Okay, well, apparently there was something already better than e4. Keeping the structure as is and getting the knight into d2. And then into f3 to secure the h2 square. If bishop takes, there's knight takes. Pawn takes, you take with the f-pawn. And this will be secure and you would just bring the rook to life. Okay, well, e4 was played, and now that's a pretty big shift. That's an interesting point right here, just playing queen e2, and then scooping up the e3 pawn. Bishop takes, that's minus, there's got to be something, right? Minus 2.5. What was missed here? Black castled. I guess this was the moment to strike. Pawn takes, bishop takes, knight takes, and then queen h3. Wow. h2 is collapsing. I guess black was already able to just crash right through. Interesting. Okay. Well, I wonder if that popped up in other instances. No. I guess it's now that the queen is on f3, she's maybe able to recapture and then guarding a lot of squares around the king. So that was the first moment right there. The first opportunity that black had to take on h3 was on this move 11. It's a very interesting idea, this pawn sacrifice. Let me just go from the beginning again. Black grabs some space with d4. White goes with a kingside fianchetto, and now e4. And trying, I guess, to take advantage of the fact that d3 wasn't played. e4, and then just h5. Very cavemanish, for sure. It certainly made white chew up a lot of time trying to come up with some defense. Wow. Giving up the essential pawn, but notice the inconvenience this pawn is placing on the white queenside pieces. Wow. Crazy stuff. I haven't seen, you don't see that too much. Let's see if there's any other issues, any other big jumping points here with the evaluation. Right here. I guess another opportunity to go in for takes. Bishop takes, king takes, queen h3, king h1. Ooh. Yeah, there's going to be a problem with the knight coming in here. This isn't my first thought, because you're working yourself into a pin. What's wrong with king to g1? Knight g4. This is collapsing again. Wow, I guess black had their opportunity to really just go ahead and capture on the G file here. H takes G, and then just work on the H file. Never quite pulled the trigger on that one, though. Takes queen g8. That was an only move. Knight e4. Ooh, Knight e4, I guess, to try and eliminate this aggressive bishop with check. But this is all good for black. Queen there. Queen check was also good. And now it's shifting to a white advantage with that last move. There's a lot of time spent on that one. Well, 7 seconds, I guess, is a lot. But for this time control. Rook to f5, I guess, is throwing away stuff. Knight g5. Huh. Yeah, I guess black still just had to go in for that. Queen to h3, -5. Queen h3, king g1. Knight e5. Yeah, the computer makes it look all so simple, right? You want to crash through at h2. Who's guarding h2? This knight. Let's get rid of him. With check. Wow, -6. Okay, well, black never went in that direction, did he? And now it's white who's the better side in this ending. Does he maintain that advantage? Seems to. Yeah, white's maintaining an advantage for the rest of the game. But, well, I guess there's something better here. Knight f3, stopping the rook from even getting here, and then these pawns are going to be super fast. Yeah, well, look at 7 seconds at that point, but just didn't have enough time. There was a lot of pressure on the white position, having to come up with accurate stuff. And right here, I guess the one last little trick here, if black was too quick to grab the pawn, there's going to be a mate in 2. But as it turned out in this one, we ended up having lots of time here. Didn't go any further, but 2 very strong players. I imagine black is a grandmaster. They don't have, they're both, well, they're both not anonymous accounts. This is an anonymous account, the Old Love. This is grandmaster for sure on the white side, and certainly a very strong player on the black side. But nevertheless, this 3-minute game, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care. Bye.